how are you using data to overcome some of the pre-buy-in biases or the confirmation bias of their past experience so that you can get to the right outcome?
Yeah, I think that's one of the most challenging ones, and it can be really delicate. Like, nothing is more dangerous than somebody who saw something work really well at the previous organization. That temptation to try and put on Michael Jordan's shoes and dunk is like too much to resist sometimes. There are some leaders that really just need to try something and see how it goes and see if it falls apart on them or not. And for that kind of a culture, like being able to pilot something as maybe a special incentive can be really helpful. You do something that is more limited in terms of the outcome that it targets or the range of potential payout. You just say like, hey, we'll give you $10,000 if you do this, instead of we're gonna add this quota that could pay you like 500,000 and then you get it wrong. You have to pay them. Are you really gonna?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, exactly. Can you limit your risk in that test or that experiment? Which is, yes.
Right. Right.
I've rarely seen an organization keep an audit or very easily accessible. Like these are all the possible comp plans we've ever worked with and tried in the past decade. I don't know. Is that something that as a sales company is like, are you keeping track of that? Are you thinking about that? Like, how are you benchmarking against, oh, we've done this before?
Yeah, I'm lucky to work with other people who have some of that institutional knowledge of Red Hat, and I think that's part of joining a new organization. I'm a few years in, but if somebody's nervous about something, then give them this space to kind of air that out and describe it. There's a temptation to come like really armed with the data and like correlations of this and that. And often I think senior leaders who are the ones who have the final say, like they don't really have the time to get into like the R squared or whatever. They read about something in Gartner or like McKinsey Quarterly or whatever, and like they want to go that direction. So having the framework and the guiding principles to go back to and say, like, is this what we agreed was the right direction or not? That helps. And being able to go back to that question of like, this is interesting and not typical, and why is this valuable for us to do this? Like, it's not bad that it's atypical. It could make us unique. It could be a big advantage. The people that I have seen acquire the most influence often come off as being the most intellectually generous as well. They're not going to talk over you and everything, but it takes the stature to do that, right? If I just join a meeting with a CFO who's never met me before, am I going to be in a position to let them talk and then say like two sentences that totally change their mind? Maybe not. So I guess maybe part of that answer is if you can partner with a senior leader who does understand your perspective and you follow their lead. If they're going to say like, this is just too expensive or this doesn't motivate the sales force enough, you kind of have to be willing to take some of that feedback some of the time.